Playoff fever has immersed South Florida as we are at Hard Rock Stadium here in Miami. Coming up, it's the final game of Wild Card Weekend, and we've got a good AFC matchup in store between the Denver Broncos and the Miami Dolphins. The battle for the Lamar Hunt Trophy begins as we're underway in this AFC wildcard game. Now the man from UTEP, this is Aaron Jones. And somehow he's going to get a yard out of this as he fought through that first contact. It's second down.
Yeah, things were pretty stacked up there in the middle of the line. A lot of bodies, not much space. I think ultimately he was fortunate to get anything out of that run.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Out of the gun, here's Wilson. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And that's caught inside the 35. And they'll work this down inside the 30. You normally talk about the mobility and the accuracy first, but the arm strength, that's what can turn Russ into danger Russ. So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. Here's Wilson. He's got his tight end. It's Albert Okwuegbunam. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. First catch of this wild card game for a 1,000-yard receiver in the regular season. He's got a first down, too. Inside the red zone here, they'll look to throw. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Khalil Mack came in there hard on the blitz and got him down 9 yards behind the line of scrimmage.
We said it before the game, and I think it's still apparent. If these guys are going to advance in these playoffs, they're going to have to wreak some havoc coming off the edge.
Yeah, wild card round, they told us the wild card could be that defensive pressure. They showed it there. To try again after the sack, Wilson. And he wisely will throw that one away.
They're bringing a lot of pressure here already in the first quarter. Already sacked him once. Now they get in there and knock another one away. I think maybe that Tucker rule being gone makes defenses a lot bolder.
Yes, indeed. That time, lucky that the arm was going forward. Incomplete pass. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. That one thrown away from the pocket. The officials kind of looking at each other, but they'll say there was a receiver in the area, so no penalty, just an incomplete pass. The kick by McManus is good. Not the touchdown they wanted, but hey, you're on the road in the playoffs. They did get 3 on the board.
Yeah, it's a good opening drive, so you feel good about it yourself. You get to the sidelines, the defense feels good about you helping them right out of the gate. The team, yeah, they feel pretty good about coming in the playoffs and getting points on the board right away.
Fields it right around the goal line. And he won't get this to the 20-yard line as he's down at the 19. To end the Dolphins now with a 1st and 10 at their own 19-yard line. Now the first carry for Chase Edmonds. And some room to work. And he gets us to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. A big chunk of yardage there, 37 yards. Boy, the offensive line there, that was a thing of beauty to watch them block.
I love how you give a little appreciation for those big guys up front, and well-deserved. but how about the execution behind them? You can see the hours of practice that have gone into it. Great pocket by the running back. Quarterback puts it right in the perfect spot. Great mesh point by them. The timing on point. The run even better.
And they're going to get this down near the 35-yard line.
It's a game of matchups, and that's why you take your receivers and move them around a bunch, especially your best guys. And when they work out of the slot, you often hear the coaches talk about how great it is because it gives you a two-way go. You can break out or you can break in. That makes it hard to defend.
Meanwhile, Tua's throw caught by his receiver, Hill. And he is out of bounds inside the 30. First catch of this wild card game for a 1,000-yard receiver in the regular season. He's got a first down, too. Going to the air, Tagovailoa. And he's got his tight end. It's Mike Gesicki. And he's going to be brought down at about the 16.
One of the advantages of zone defenses, I remember it, is being able to see the play develop in front of you. One of the disadvantages, when they find those levels where they can hit you with it. Sometimes behind the corner and in front of the safety, it makes it tough to defend.
In need of only about the length of the football here on second down. Tua sets up to pass it. That's out to the flat for Edmonds. And the Dolphins are going to have a first and goal as the tackle made at the 10-yard line. Well, no question, this is exactly how they wanted to start this football game. And nice pass there. And now they're set up beautifully, Charles, to finish this off with a touchdown.
Yeah, but they've still got to finish it off, partner, and that means they've got to execute at this stage of the field. So we've seen many teams march it right to the goal line and not cash in. They've got something dialed up here that puts it in the end zone.
And running room hard to come by here. He gets it down to the 8. He'll get 2 out of that run, and it's going to bring up a second and goal. Defensively, pretty good start there with their backs against the wall.
That's a win for the stop troops right there. And if I'm them, I get a little bolder now. They won the first battle. Keep coming after them. Put the pressure on them.
Here's second and goal, operating from the 8-yard line. Now a run straight ahead with Edmonds. Trying to run inside, but nothing there. This will be play number 8 on the drive. It's third and goal. Here's Tua. And that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's fourth down. The kick by Sanders is good. And the Dolphins are going to tie the score at 3. So a return of serve, so to speak, here on the second drive of our game as they respond to that opening field goal with 3 of their own.
I like that. Going a little tennis on me.
I know you. You like to mix it up with sports.
They crack a forehand back out and they get a backhand. What was the return on?
It was a backhand.
I like that.
Really good backhand.
Get some nice top spin on the whole thing. I love it. Almost a mirror image when you really get down to it. I thought that was pretty good stuff.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And after the field goal last time, we'll see what they can get here. At least they got points out of the last drive, Charles.
I never met an offensive coach that didn't want to drive to end with a kick. Most of them want to end with a PAT, right? In this case, a field goal, they'll take it. Way better than the alternative, which is a punt.
Yeah, but you've met fan bases that wanted that, that weren't happy with that field goal.
I haven't met a fan base yet that wants to drive to end with a kick, other than the extra point. That's it.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
That certainly appeared to be a play call where they were just trying to make second down, second and short. I think they thought the coverage was off a little bit more than it was. Nice job there pressing up on it and forcing the incompletion.
So the incompletion, and now it's 2nd and 10, again from the 25-yard line. Now it's Wilson. And the timing a bit off that time as that one falls to the ground.
This defense has passed its first 2 tests by forcing back-to-back incompletions. They know there's probably another throw coming on third down. Let's see if they decide to force the issue by sending people on a blitz.
Wilson. That's complete. It's Okuwebunam. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. His second catch of this wild card game, and it goes for a first down.
And that's well executed there on third down, and I love the confidence that they had to let their tight end try and find some space in the middle of the field, right in their quarterback's line of vision. And QBs love to make that easy throw, and they hooked up there for a first down.
Now a first down carry by Jones. And this time they were waiting for him as he'll be knocked down before he can get back to the line of scrimmage. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
Sometimes I forget how much information he has to go through before the ball's even snapped. But what a diagnosis right there. Saw the play, shot through the gap like a rocket, ends up spilling it for a loss.
Here's Jones again on second down. And very little daylight there. He'll get a couple up to the 44.
Whenever we talk about the best strong safeties, one word constantly comes up, and that's instincts. Being able to diagnose run or pass and make the appropriate moves.
He crashed down hard there. He was ready for that running play. Here's Wilson. He gets this to Davante Adams. And he'll be brought down just shy of the 40. 3-3, a tight one after one on EA Sports. So now 1st and 10 as they've crossed into Miami territory at the 41. On the counter, here's Jones. Oh, and that one well designed as he'll take this down to the 30-yard line. 11 more on that one and another first down.
Good running right there. And this is a man who was a 1,000-yard rusher in the regular season, so you know he's going to get his chances. And he picks up nice yardage on that one.
They had to settle for 3 last drive, hoping this second go-around ends in 6. In good position, 1st and 10. And a good-looking run there as he'll take this inside the 20 and down to the 18-yard line. Back-to-back nice plays, 12 yards that time and a first down. Solid running there. And, CD, we hear so much about what it takes to win in the playoffs. Most people like to include having a strong running game in their assessment. And with this man in the backfield, this group has a strong running game without a doubt.
Oh, I absolutely agree with you there because in terms of yardage, he's a top 5 running back in the league. And in terms of impact on a game, not many better than him. And when they're flowing and he's carrying the ball consistently, they're tough to beat. Quarterbacking 101. Never force the ball into double coverage, especially not this close to the goal line. The windows are so tight, you just don't want to force it in there because it could be tipped up and picked off.
And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by the safety, Jarquiski Tart. And the Dolphins are going to get the football here as the ball will come out to the 20.
Definitely not the ideal time to see that mistake, partner, because this is still a one-possession game, and that's at least a field goal that just vanished with that turnover. Now, pressure's on defensively to prevent that pick from turning into points for the other side.
After the turnover, it's Tua. They'll get this into the hands of Hill, complete. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. A very solid gain of 27. A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10. They'll bring a receiver in motion right. On 1st and 10, it's Mostert. And he's got it across midfield and into Denver territory. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
You know what really fires up offensive linemen? When the guy that is carrying the ball behind them can create his own space and break a tackle along the way.
Throwing on 2nd and 3. Tua. That's complete to his tight end, Mike Gesicki. And this is going to be another first down as they'll make the tackle at the Broncos' 34-yard line. Give him 12 yards on that one. It earns him a fresh set of downs.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space, and it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
That was an interesting look there because as soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought he was going to take off and run for yardage. But what often happens now with these quarterbacks who can move, defenses want to try and keep bodies in front of them, and I think that discouraged him from taking off and made him try a pass downfield that fell incomplete.
And he'll be down close to the first down marker as he gets this to the Broncos 27. 45 yards on the ground for him so far. They'll come to the line needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. They go back to the ground, this time Mostert. And he's able to motor his way down to the 16-yard line. A Miami first down, that one going for a gain of 11. A CD a lot of times like to separate speed and quickness, and they've got a back that's both. We know that he's fast in the open field, but man, his first step is so quick too.
It is something, isn't it? Because you think of that type of speed getting to the perimeter and turning upfield, but also when you run those inside runs, he can get into the secondary so fast the linebackers don't have a chance to react.
A gain of 8 there on the play, and it'll be second and a couple. In motion, the tight end. On second down, this is Edmonds. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. 2 yards the loss, and now they go from 2nd and 2 to a tough 3rd and 4. In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down. That one complete to Hill. And he takes this down to about the 2 before going out of bounds. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. That time the conversion comes courtesy of the RPO.
And know what it did? It moved the sticks. Nice pickup on 3rd down. Even better decision.
Edmonds is into the end zone. Touchdown, Miami. He had the option to hand that football off. I think it's safe to say that he made the right decision. That was a heck of a run.
It certainly was. And when you mentioned the option, most people think the quarterback's not going to keep the ball. You know, in the NFL, that's usually not a recipe for being around too long. So when you do keep it, it often surprises the heck out of a defense.
And that one bounces out of the back of the end zone, so we'll start the drive at the 25 on the touchback. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. As the offense comes out here, Charles, remember they threw the interception last time out, but they were moving the football down the field. Looked like they were going to have a sustained drive that ended in points, but then the pick ensued.
And because of that, there's no way you can call the last drive a success. Yes, there are things to build on because they found some play calls that work. Now, they've got to build another drive and find a way to avoid the turnover that plagued it on the last one.
Second and 6, just inside the 30. To throw is Wilson. This one swung out here to Jones. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Now Wilson on first down. He'll get that complete to Albert O. And they'll get this down to the 42-yard line.
That was good protection there. No, that was great protection there because it allowed him to lock in on his receiver. Although I think he was looking for his tight end on the corner route all the way. Nice connection there for a really nice gain.
And he's got his man on the out route. And he'll be hauled down at about the 30-yard line.
When this offense can get their tight ends involved, they can move the football. Here, a nice route, able to look it in, and picks up the first down.
And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down. Now the defense going to use the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in half number 1. Second down, another shot for Jones. And he'll be brought down inside the 20 at the 19. 2 yards on the pickup, and that's all they needed to move the sticks. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And it'll be intercepted. And the Dolphins are going to take possession here. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 20-yard line. A turnover's obviously, Charles, always costly, but when you throw those interceptions in the end zone like that, it really stings.
He tried to fit that one into his tight end, and I often use the expression NFL open, which means a tighter window. Down near the goal line, you really want him to be open. In this case, it cost him.
And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And all the way in for a Miami touchdown. Tyreek Hill in the final seconds of the first half. And the Dolphins would extend their lead here just before halftime. Extra point up and good by Sanders. And the lead is now 17-3. So just 8 ticks remaining here in the first half as they'll kick this one away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And with 8 seconds on the clock, really not a lot of time to try to put anything together. Throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete. So another incompletion there. He's hitting on fewer than half his pass attempts in this one, and that is not a winning formula.
Yeah, so let's make sure we give a little bit of credit to the defense here. They've given him a lot to think about, a lot of different looks, and he seems a little bit confused trying to complete passes.
And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. So we're in halftime of this AFC wildcard matchup as we send you up to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman and our EA Sports Halftime Report. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. Both teams try to avoid being one and done in these playoffs as we start the second half of this AFC wildcard game. And that one will bounce out of the... end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Dolphins at the line, ready for their next drive. And they're in the position they expected to be in. They've got the lead, home crowd behind them, and they're looking toward making that next step in these playoffs.
And I think a key for them is to put together some good, long, extended drives. Work to run it a little more with that big offensive line. I'm not saying get away from throwing the football. That's still working. But if they run it more effectively, they may get even bigger plays in the passing game.
Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28. From the gun, it's Tua. Sliding out of the pocket. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
I think he's as fine with that incompletion as a quarterback can be, in all honesty. He avoided his first sack of the game, and he did have a chance of connecting for yardage, just unable to on that throw.
They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on 2nd down. Tua going to throw. Man open, it's Kupp. He's got it. And he is going to have the Dolphins first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
And now we get into the psychology of the whole thing, because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the third quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them to go.
Looking for Cooks, and it's intercepted. And the Broncos are going to take possession here at their own 47-yard line. Pretty much everything went their way offensively in the first half, but now an interception on the opening drive of the third quarter.
As we know, the key to everything here, don't get careless with the football. The problem is you got to stay aggressive as well. So where's the line between being aggressive and attacking and being overly aggressive? I think they just crossed it on that one.
That one unable to develop, never got going. A loss of a couple, and it's second down. Boy, how good has this defense been, seemingly all game long.
I really think right from the first snap, I think you're really onto something there. In this passing game, it just can't get off the ground. And that play, it wound up losing yardage.
They go play action now. Wilson buying time to his left. Nothing open downfield, so he'll throw it away.
I'm sure it was a tough halftime trying to figure out some strategy to get things going. Trailing by a lot when they went into the locker room. He's just trying every avenue to spark his team here to begin the third quarter. Not a lot going on that play, though.
Now it's Wilson. And it's complete to Adams. And he will have a Broncos first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
But one of the ways the quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field. And here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
Throwing again here, Wilson gets this to his running back, Aaron Jones. And he'll be taken down at about the 22-yard line. Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. An inside give to Jones. And not able to break away this time as they're going to stop him right around the line of scrimmage. Now the Dolphins are going to halt the action here. It's a timeout. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter. Now on 2nd and 13, Wilson. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively, and now it brings up third down.
Well, they certainly aren't letting up today, partner, because they've forced big turnovers already, and it's been incredibly tough for them to get yards against, let alone put points up on the board.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. And the tight end goes in motion left. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And that is caught, but he will come down out of bounds, says the side judge, incomplete.
I think it's safe to say that he's made some questionable decisions out there so far. Into tight coverage. He's already been picked off in this game. 4th down now, but he was fortunate on that one not to have another turnover on his ledger.
They're going on 4th down. It's Wilson. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Broncos unable to convert here on 4th, and the Dolphins defense is able to hold. Well, that's another mistake there on the drop pass on 4th, and we've seen him do things like this all game.
It's not hard to figure out why they're down by that deficit. They haven't made plays that are going to keep them in the game or win the game all game long. That's another example right there. It all boils down at the end of it to execution. Either you make the play or you don't.
Tua now on first down. Now he'll let it go deep left side. He's got a man complete. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. 39 yards there, a big one. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. Throwing now is Tagovailoa. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. Toward the back corner of the end zone, but he could not get the feet down. This will wind up incomplete.
Partner, they've been aggressive, airing it out all game long, and no better evidence than those last 2 snaps. They weren't going to beat this coverage, though, 2 plays in a row, and that one falls incomplete.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Tua. And that is incomplete.
My first thought is surprise because that's one of the better tight ends around, and I've seen him pull in balls like this before. But how about a little credit to the defense forcing that incompletion?
So now 3rd and 10, a big play to start the drive, but nothing since. Tua to throw again. He'll be brought down by the Broncos. It's a sack. Nick Bonito drops him for a loss of 12, and it also brings up 4th down. Here's Morstead now as he sends this one away. And not what he was hoping for there, as this will hit in the end zone for a touchback. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And, Charles, they're certainly still right in this game, but they need that offense to wake up and in a hurry.
Yeah, I like the way you put it. They certainly did seem to sleepwalk a bit in the first half. Now that their defense has done its job, it's their turn now to go out and try and get some points.
So quickly all the way up at the 40-yard line. Up the middle, Jones. And he'll get what he can up the middle, 3 yards. That'll bring up 2nd down.
You know that old expression, it's not my night? It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
Every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play. And he'll take this for about 4 up to the 46-yard line.
Well, if you're a football guy, that's a pretty run because everyone is in sync right there. Obviously, the guy carrying the ball, but how about the people up front? Leverage, athleticism, they created some nice space for him.
Wilson now to throw on 3rd down. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. They'll run it with Jones. A big roll of the dice on 4th and 1, but it pays off. They convert.
Brandon, 4th and 1 on their own side of the 50, and they decide to go for it. As a former defender, I take that personally. I can't believe they let them pick that up. They should have swarmed the line of scrimmage and stuffed that one.
Not surprised, though, because they told us about the supreme confidence they had in the O-line, and they were able to get that yard. Looking deep downfield. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
Just what they need, a lecture from me, but subpar offense is what helped get them into this spot. And now they're continuing the trend with incompletions. That won't get them out of it if they don't change something soon.
3rd quarter, wild card round. Thanks for being along for the playoff ride with us. Here's 2nd and 10. It'll go as a loss of a yard, so now they deal with 3rd and 11. 1 quarter remains for the right to survive round 1 here in the AFC. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. down for the 8th play of the drive. Here's Wilson to throw. And he will find his man on the end route, complete. And he's got another first down as he's brought down at the Dolphins' 29-yard line. That one goes for 13 yards, and it moves the sticks. On first down, Wilson. And he's going to be taken down. Pressure gets there back at the 39-yard line. After the sack on first down, Wilson. He's got his tight end on the corner route. It's complete. And they're going to work this down to about the 32-yard line. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means they have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
The offense on third down tonight, they've hit 4 of 7. This is going to be 3rd and 13. Throwing left side, it's complete. And he's got another first down as he's brought down at the Dolphins' 13-yard line. Inside the red zone here, they'll look to throw. And that is caught. Touchdown, Denver. Albert O from 13 yards out. And the Broncos have made it a one-score game again here in the 4th. Extra point from McManus is good. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. Hill is going to take it out of the end zone. Now a crease here as he's past the 30. And he's able to get this all the way to the 40 before going out of bounds.
Any return that gets you to midfield is a great return. One first down, and you're almost in field goal position.
First down, Miami, as they get set to start the drive. And this a very important drive leading to the 4th quarter of this wild card game. But this one far from over as they start out here first down. Bud Dupree, a former first-round pick, in on the stop. This defense really clamping down. Although they're losing the game still, this second half has been theirs.
And they're winning it. I almost equate it to being a boxer. And whenever you see a good fight, the guy who is on his toes and doing the punching, that's the guy who's winning. And that's the way they're going at it defensively now. Much more aggressive in their calls, much more aggressive in their pursuit.
And they're well past midfield, just a yard or two shy of the 40. 66 yards rushing now on 8 carries for him so far.
I know we're in the era of wide-open football, a lot of sprint formations, more space, but there's still a spot for power football. We just saw some of it right there. How about that run?
Yeah, breaking the tackle, and, you know, late in this game, he wants a football. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes.
Here we go, here we go.
The job becomes twice as difficult now. After the sack, it's 2nd and 20. Now the Broncos are going to call the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this.
Ready, ready. Hey, go Bears.
Throwing on 2nd and long. Tua. It's Hill, complete. And he'll be brought down on the other side of midfield at the 43. They're backed up here. Tough spot, needing 11 yards to pick up the first. Throwing is Tagovailoa on 3rd down here. And the Broncos get there and take him down. Bud Dupree able to get him down for a loss of 11. And it brings up 4th down. Here's Thomas Morstead now, as he'll punt it away for the second time.
I feel like you and I could be in our backyard with our dads right now. What did they always say when they were throwing us the ball? Look it all the way in. Make sure you secure it. That had the feeling of not happening there on that play, that he didn't have full control of the ball.
When that punch coming in, I've never returned punts, but I would imagine it's tough to monitor those guys coming full steam ahead at you.
It really is. You try and get that peek to know where they are, about whether you should fair catch it or not. But sometimes you just have to have a sense, a feeling, and just have to make sure, number one, though, you catch the ball and put it away.
He'll get this down inside the 10 for a pickup of about 3. It's 2nd and 7 from the 9. Off a play action, Tagovailoa. He's got it. Touchdown, Dolphins. Cooper Kupp, a 9-yard touchdown grab. And the Dolphins have opened up a 2-touchdown lead here this fourth quarter. Well, that's certainly going to bump up the old win probability index, because now it's a 2-score game here in the fourth quarter.
Yeah, you're taking me into that deep water now. Win probability index. This game's definitely not over. We're not looking at a 0.5% or something. It's just 2 scores. But the way that this team has played, to me, what I've seen, they absolutely deserve to win this game. They've been the better team by far throughout.
Morstead out now following the touchdown to kick. Taking it about the 1. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. If they want to advance in this divisional round, look, obviously the time is now. Trailing here in the 4th. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked up by Justin Reed.
And they'll take possession already in the red zone and in a great spot to add points to this.